All right, y'all. So this is part two of our delve into the Lucas School. I can see we're frozen already. Let me close down as many things as I can here because I know some things are just a problem. But this is part two, and I'm really, as I said, just doing this um, for people to know that this is a project that you can kind of sink your teeth into, something worthy in today's culture, society, and whatnot. This was one of the first schools where back then what we were considered colored people could be to try to get education. This was located in Cadiz, Ohio, and the school still stands. But if the pictures look like this, like it does need a lot of work. It might have to be tore down on the inside and just held up as much as it could, kind of reinforced on the outside and rebuilt on the inside only. You definitely have to get a lot of air in there. This is Gene West and Samuel West. Oh, their clothes are cute. In 1947, the Dunbars' seventh and eighth grade class performed Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is just one of the many plays put out for the community for the school years of operation. It's been mentioned that the Dunbar building has a handsome stage, perhaps a community theater that could be added to our possible plans for the future. Good idea. Huh. Betsy Banks, huh. And Dean Mason is our Prince Charming. All right. Um, it's so interesting. So here's somebody doing a little video on it, I guess. Let's see if I can get some sound. That's cute for the kids to stand up. Can we get some sound on it though? Well, anyway, this is this. Oh, okay, here we go. Come on, folks.
Table that God has called you to flip.
Oh, Dunbar.
Back to work.
Wait, this way, this way, this way. Wait. What do we want to do? But you can't even see the When do we want to do it? No!
Oh.
All black school.
I've been walking.
Dunbar.
Back to work.
Wait, this way, this way, this way. Wait. What do we want to do? But you can't even see the When do we want to do it? No!
All right. So as I said on change.org, if you look at the first video, it does only have 232. We need to get to 1,000 on Save the Dunbar. So please, it just takes the clicks and the likes. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like you can literally, if you put Dunbar, if you specify for Dunbar, I will make sure I can send the donations over, and I will come back on the video and show you that that's been done. But yeah, we just want to try to preserve the history. Hopefully you realize the importance, like teaching quote unquote color people in the 1800s, 1850s. You know what I'm saying? It's 100 and some, almost about to be 200 years old at this point. And yeah, it's the bit. Trust me, that red brick is gonna stay around. Now I admit that it might need some work on the inside, but that red brick is gonna stay around, clown. This is Captain Charles Nathaniel Jordan, born 1912 in Flushing, Ohio, was hired as a teacher at Dunbar School in 1940, where he taught 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. In 1946, he became Principal Dunbar. He had married fellow Dunbar teacher Jewel C. Jones on December the 22nd, 1945, and together they had their first child, Charles Jordan Jr. The couple later resigned from Dunbar to pursue careers at Cleveland Public School System, citing better wages as the main reason for their departure, despite having received annual raises under their proposed wage scale for the following year. Mr. Jordan could have earned $2,450 and Miss Jordan $2,300, a combined increase of $765 from the prior year, but reports indicated they were offered approximately $3,000 each in Cleveland. Well, I guess that's a bit more. At Dunbar, they taught between 75 to 80 kids, one of whom was my grandfather. Mr. Jordan continued his career in education in Cleveland and served on faculties of both Kent State and Western Reserve Universities. He passed away in July 1983, and Jules C. Jordan followed in 1990, leaving behind a legacy of service, several children and grandchildren. That's Charles Jordan. Tatasha Jones is the person that started the change.org. This is, I guess, the home of the first principal. Bruce taught Lucas at a black student school in Cadiz, Ohio, a school about which little is known today. This is true. A tribute to Black History Month. Yep, I think that's the ad I had. It had a lot of information in it. Let's see what else. So yeah, y'all, this is on Facebook. It's called the Dunbar Restoration Project, and this has to be one of the first, if not the first. What did that? Now, I feel like that's a very interesting looking roof. Is it just me? Oh, so it's got all this. Interesting. Hello. Sorry, y'all. I'm just checking all this out here. But yeah, this is on change.org. If you'd like to look at it, I'm surprised they don't have like a change.org, the petition in their links here. The Lucas Brothers. Okay. But the Lucas Brothers Shaving Parlor. Okay. Dunbar School. The above building was built in 1908 at the north end of Buffalo Street and named for the Colored Post. That's an awesome fucking picture. I hope everybody knows it. That is an awesome fucking picture, man. I'm gonna put the change.org link in here and all of that good stuff. Give me a second, y'all. That is just really an awesome picture to me. Alright, for the first time in 98 years, colored and white children will attend the same grade school here this fall. The school board said last Wednesday it has consolidated as an economy measure the Dunbar School attended by colored pupils and the Caddis Central School, previously an all-white grammar school. This was in 1951. They made it both races. Enrollment at the Dunbar School has shrunk to 53 pupils, and the three colored teachers have resigned, said the board, in ending one of the few, if not the only, segregated school set up in Ohio. Hmm. So it was one of the last segregated schools in Ohio. Caddis High School long has been used by both white and colored students. The Dunbar School was founded in 1853, before the Civil War. It also has served as a social center for the colored population of this town. Now the building will be sold. That was in 1951. I just think that's a real unique roof. Like, I'm not really sure who made the dang school, but that is a interesting roof to me. We have work to do. These drone photos show us the damage time and weather has done to the Dunbar School. Well, I say you save what you can and rebuild with as much of the original material as you can. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, y'all, I want to show y'all that. Let me pull up the change.org part if it'll come up for me. Give me a second. Take that part off here. I'm just going to look at them down here celebrating Juneteenth. What did it do? Go back to the top. So please join us, especially you Ohioans, for this. I should have put this in my book. I think I'll add some pages for the next one. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Let me pull up this change.org real quick, and then we'll go ahead and I'll close this one out. This was just for the Dunbar School. All right. All right. Now let's go to our change.org. Mm. All right, this should be it. Should be. All right, so this is the change.org petition. It is change.org, and then it's all this crap. Let me see if I can make that part bigger for y'all. I don't think I can. No, I'm probably looking stupid, but I would just type in change.org Dunbar, spell like this here, and then Caddis, Cadiz. So but it does say change.org designates the Dunbar School for Color as a historic landmark. So this is just the information to get it to be a historic landmark, and in that way we can try to save it and rebuild it after that. But or just go to the website Heritage Ohio and Ohio Historic Preservation Office and tell them that you support it being a historic landmark. But right now it's 232 signatures. We need to get to, I think, at least 1,000, so that we're likely to win. And we need to kind of hurry it along because I think we're already like way behind. So yeah, please support the Dunbar. I have a Cash App. If you put that the Cash App is supposed to go to the Dunbar, I can get the information to the church. Um, but keep in mind I gotta keep on my lights and my internet too. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like throwing in $1.99, or even just subscribe and spread the word. All right, y'all. Everybody, thank you for checking this out, and please support the Dunbar. All right, that's it for now. Thank you, everybody, and have a great weekend. Thank you for checking me out. Peace. Peace, y'all.